Welcome to all of you. Myself, Professor S.R. Chakne, Assistant Professor of Agronomy at Sadhguru College of Agriculture, Mirasgaon. Today, I am here for presenting the topic Meaning and the Scope of Agricultural Metrology. In this topic, we will discuss about the introduction of the metrology and the scope of metrology in general. So, firstly, we will discuss about the definition and the meaning of the metrology. So the definition of the metrology that is given by the scientist Aristotle, that is the study of lower atmosphere, that is known as the metrology. So very simple definition of the metrology which is given by the scientist, that is Aristotle, and the definition is that the study of the lower atmosphere. Then the metrology is derived from the Greek word, in that the meteor means the lower atmosphere and the logos means the science. That means the combined meaning of the meteorology, that means the study of the lower science, that is known as the meteorology. After that, we will discuss about the definition regarding the climatology. So the climatology is defined as it is the scientific study of the climate. This discovers, describes and interprets the climate on the basis of the causes, processes that generate them, or the climatology is the science which studies the average condition of the weather or the state behavior of atmosphere over a place or region for a long period of time. That is also known as the climatology. So basically this climatology, that is an scientific study of the climate, and that climate that discover, describe and interpret the climate on the basis of the causes, processes and that generate them. Then the another definition of the climatology, that is the science which studies the average condition of a weather or the state behavior of atmosphere over any place or the region, but that can be studied for the longer period of time, that is known as the climatology. Then the another important definition, that is the weather. Then what is the weather? So it is defined as the physical condition or the state of atmosphere at a particular time and place, that is known as a weather. So this study of the in this weather we can study the physical condition or the state of atmosphere for a very short period of time and the place, that is known as a weather. The example of the weather, that is a cloudy day. Then another definition, that is the climate. The climate is defined as the generalized or the average condition of weather of a place or region. So in case of the climate, we can study the condition of weather or we can study the average condition of weather for any place or a region, but that can be studied for a longer period of time, that is known as a climate. Then the another definition of the climate, that is it is a composite or the generalized of variety of day-to-day weather conditions. That is also the another definition of the climate. The example of the climate, that is a cold season. Then we will discuss the definition about the agricultural metrology, and in that the definition of the agricultural metrology which is given by the scientist J.W. Smith in 1916, and it has defined as the agricultural metrology as the metrology in its relation to the agriculture, that is known as the agricultural metrology. That means the relationship between the agriculture and the metrology, that means the agricultural metrology. Then it can be defined as the science that investigating the meteorology, climates and the hydrologic conditions which are very significant to agriculture. That is also the another definition of the agricultural meteorology. Then In short, agricultural meteorology is an applied branch of meteorology which deals with the relationship between the climate, weather, and life and growth of the cultivated plants and animals. That is also known as the agricultural meteorology. So, this is about the definition regarding the agricultural meteorology. Then we will discuss about the importance and the scope of meteorology in agriculture. Here, weather and climate is a resource and considered as a basic input or the resources in agricultural planning. Then every plant process, they are related with the growth, development and the yield of crop that is affected by the weather. That means before studying the scope of the meteorology in agriculture, in that we have to consider that the weather and the climate, they are the very important resources which are helpful in the agricultural planning in every plant processes. They are particularly related with the growth, development and the yield of crop, and these all the processes which can be get affected due to the weather. Similarly, the every farm operations such as the plowing, harrowing, land preparation, weeding, irrigation, manuring, then spraying, dusting, harvesting, threshing, storage and transport of a farm produce, they are get affected by the weather. That means there's all the operations right from the land preparation up to the transportation of the produce to the market, whatever the processes which are involved within the period, these all are get affected due to the weather condition. That means by considering all the by considering the weather condition, we have to carry out these all the practices on the farm. So here we will discuss in detail about the scope of meteorology in agriculture. As the first point, that is the characterization of the agricultural climate. For determining the crop growing season, then solar radiation, air temperature, precipitation, wind, humidity, they are considered as an important climatic factor on which the growth, development and the yield of crop is depend. That means for deciding the characterization of the agriculture, there are various weather parameters which are involved, and these weather parameter directly or indirectly they affect on the crop growth, development and the yield of the crop. And this weather parameter mostly it includes the solar radiation, that means the solar energy, then air temperature, precipitation, wind and the humidity. This all the weather parameter they are affect on the growth, development and the yield of the crop. Then next one, that is the crop planning for the stability in production. To reduce the risk of the crop failure on climatic part so as to get stabilized yield even under the weather adversity, then suitable crops or the cropping pattern, then contingent cropping planning can be selected by considering the water requirement of the crop, effective rainfall and the available soil moisture. That means when we have to reduce the risk of the crop failure on a climatic basis, and we have to obtain the stable yield under the weather or the adverse weather condition. For that purpose we have to select the suitable crops or the cropping pattern, which cropping pattern that can give a better yield. Then we have to select the contingent crop planning, and this all can be selected by considering the water requirement of the crop, effective rainfall and the available soil moisture, and in that condition only we can get the stable production under the abnormal condition also. For that purpose the meteorology which is helpful in the planning of the every plant processes in obtaining the stable production. Then next one, that is the crop management. So the management of the crop, it involves the various farm operations such as the sowing, fertilizer application, then plant protection, irrigation scheduling and the harvesting. And They can be carried out on the basis of the specially tailored weather support. For this, the use of the operational forecast that is available from the agromet advisories that is made. So for the management of the crop, it involves the various operations, and we have to manage this all operation in a better way by taking the help of the meteorology. For example, first operation, that is the weeding, harrowing and the mulching. So this weeding, harrowing or the mulching operation, this can be undertaken during the dry spell which is forecasted. That means these three operations which can be carried out only when there is the dry spell which is forecasted and there is the no possibility of the receiving rain, and in that condition this operation can be done. Then second one is the fertilizer application. So in case of the fertilizer application, that is advisable when the rainfall is not heavy, then wind speed is less than 30 km per hour and the soil moisture is between 30 to 80%. Then third operation, that is the spraying or the dusting. So the spraying or the dusting is undertaken when there is no rainfall, then soil moisture is 90% and the wind speed is less than 25 km per hour. So in this way we can manage the crop or various the farm operation that can be decided on the basis of the weather which is forecasted by the meteorology. Then next one, that is the crop monitoring. So the crop monitoring, that means to check the crop growth and the to check the crop health and the growth performance of a crop. The suitable meteorological tools such as the crop growth models which are used. Then the water balance technique or the remote sensing that can be used for monitoring the crop health and the growth performance of a crop. Then next one, that is the crop modeling and the yield climate relationship. So the suitable crop models, they are devised for the purpose, can provide the information on predicate the result about the growth and the yield when the current and the past weather data is used. Then the next scope of meteorology in agriculture, that is particularly which is helpful in research in crop climate relationship. So the agrometeorology can help to understand the crop climate relationship so as to resolve some of the complexities of the plant processes in relation to its microclimate. So in this way, in the research in the crop and the climate relationship, the meteorology is a very important discipline. Then next one, that is an climate extremities. So the climatic extremities, that means the frost, then flood condition, drought, hailstorm, high winds that can be forecasted and can be due to that the crop can be protected. If the various climatic hazard or the climatic extremities such as the frost condition, flood, drought, then the presence of the hailstorm and the high wind, if they are forecasted earlier, and due to that we can manage or we can protect the crop in a better way. Then next one, that is then climate as a tool to diagnose the soil moisture soil moisture stress. So the climate which is used as an important tool to overcome the soil moisture stress condition if there is observed. So the soil moisture can be exactly determined from the climatic water balance method which is used to diagnose the soil moisture stress, drought and the necessary protective measures such as the irrigation, mulching, then application of the anti-transpirant, then defoliation and the thinning that can be undertaken when there is the determination of the climatic water determine the soil moisture stress condition, and in that moisture stress condition there is the various applications or the protective measures which are taken against the moisture stress condition, as the application of the irrigation to the crop, then the application of the mulching substances to reduce the evaporation and the transpiration from the soil and the plant surfaces, then Also the application of the anti-transpirant that can be done to control the transpiration from the leaves. Then some of the defoliation agent these are applied, and the last one is the thinning operation that can be undertaken to overcome the moisture stress condition. And in this way, with the help of the meteorological data or the weather forecast, we can manage the crop in a better manner. Then next one, that is then livestock production. So this livestock production, that is a part of agriculture. So the livestock production, which is considered as an important part of agriculture, then there are some of the set of the favorable and the unfavorable weather conditions for the growth, development and the production of the livestock is studied in the agricultural meteorology. Thus, to optimize the milk production, then poultry production, the climatic normal are worked out on the suitable breeds can be revolved, or the otherwise can provide the congenial condition for the existing breed. So in this way, the livestock production that can be also affected by the bad weather and the climatic conditions, and with the help of the meteorological information they are managed in a better way. Then last one, that is an soil formation, it is also get affected. Soil formation that depend on the climatic factors like the temperature, precipitation, humidity and the wind. Thus the climate is a major factor in soil formation as well as in a development. So these are the some of the important scope of the meteorology in agriculture sector we have discussed here. So in this way we have discussed in detail about the introduction regarding the meteorology, then agricultural meteorology and the scope of meteorology in agriculture. Thank you.